I think we're on, folks. Mm. Good evening, everybody. Kind of an unannounced video, but I wanted to hang out. There's about an hour between the college basketball games, so I thought I'd come in and say hello. And once again, I appreciate the support that you give the channel. So um, I'll wait for somebody to come in and see what we got. That's all. Over here at the Truth Serum, you come in, hang out, we talk. I I uh talks blah 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 blah. Well, I tell stories. That's what I'm trying to say. I tell stories and about this and that, and so far I appreciate the support. We're pushing 1,000 subscribers, so we'll get there soon enough. Get yourself a coffee, a water, a drink, a beer. Come hang out with the Truth Serum. Grassroots, we get it in. I talk to the people that come in. Uh, and the New York Jets 15, thank you so much. Uh, James McCarthy, thank you so much. Ivan Lore, thank you so much. Happy Easter to everybody. I forgot to tell everybody Happy Easter earlier. What's wrong with me? I did a crazy video earlier talking about when I was hiding in the freaking ceiling of the mafia club. Yeah. Uh, yeah. The hood joke, Mr. Ruffino. Yeah. Hey, Michael Candinas, you're a wise, you're a smart aleck. Good to see you guys. Yeah, Joe Ruffino. Yeah. Riding up to that jungle up there. And you know that you I'll leave it at that, Mr. Ruffino. There's an hour between games. I thank you guys for coming in, helping me out. And yeah, those Jamaicans up there, Joe. And thinking back on those days, you know what? I was going to give a speech over at Atwater, Joe, a presentation to the inpatient people there. And Stephanie backed out because she knows I put it down straight, you know. Steph knows I put it down straight, and she didn't want to hear about the truth, which the Truth Serum is here for. Yeah, Ivan, that's on TBS, bro. That game. Clemson and Alabama? Ooh. Yeah. All the networks are so convoluted now. Everything. I'm 60 years old. Everything crazy upside down. Crazy upside down. But that story earlier where I got shot at over there on that porch, that was, check out that video. And then there's another, I combined it uh and made it longer, the video, because I was just going on and on and on, and then I melted in a couple stories. I was gonna save the story for, but you know how I do it here. I'm a lonely old man, and when I got company, I better take advantage of it. When I got company, so yeah, that was wild. Running around that jungle up there, Joe. Running around that jungle. Holy cow. That's where I got that shit fentanyl. And that's where, when I went down, that synthetic garbage. I don't even know if they have regular dope anymore. I mean, I don't take anything. I don't even take a Tylenol, you know? Yeah. Kimmy, you trying to stay up? Tired of fighting the demons. Well, you got to put on a good spiritual armor, and release fear. Replace fear with trust, Kimmy. Trust. Don't fear, you know. Rochester. No, well, yeah, that was the Rochester jungle back in the day. Back in the day. There's stories of, you know, there's stories from Buffalo, Rochester, New York, other places, Queens. I get around. So, hey, Dapper the Rapper, all aboard. It's the Truth Serum Express on a Saturday night. So, yeah, that was Kimmy. You were born in Rochester. Well, you know what you know about Broad and Lyle over there, where that off track betting was, in that area, not too good. Oh, that's cool. Hey, buy stocks. Buy stocks. Come aboard. Thanks for joining me. And the gangs were coming in, and you're riding on the turf, and you're scoring drugs off of the competition, and next thing you know, I really have angels. I mean, unless that guy was a marksman, and I mean, he put a silhouette. He put a silhouette around my body. The bullet formation. Maybe he did it on purpose. I don't know. I live in the twilight zone. It was a machine. Yeah, it was. I'm not that. I think AK. I think AK. And there was a guy up at the club that, well, one time one of the wise guys, they tried to hide weapons in my car. Some of the wise guys, and I would search under my seats all the time when they got in and out. But I remember seeing the barrel of one time. The guy was a cutie pie, wise guy, and he was coming in, and he had a bag a bag, and I was like, "What's in there?" And I seen the muzzle, and then the other guy said, "Oh, AK, whatever." I was like, "Come on, man, get the hell out of here!" It looked like that same barrel setup with the thick part behind it, and I'm not well versed in weapons, and it was just automatically boom, 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 boom. I'm thinking, a flash, like a flash was just thinking, like your light flashes, and I'm just thinking, my family's gonna find out I gotta die like this in a filthy jungle, copping what happened to Jojo. Well, oh, that's too bad. Oh, he was down there, he got shot, but it all flashed. Big Sale Crook. All right. Good evening. So see, they had gangs that were picking up the drug business, and the gangs were fighting with each other. And it's so convoluted. Thank you, Kimmy. Then you had the Jamaicans that were just their own their own organization. In Rochester, it doesn't seem like, well, they were feared in Buffalo and Rochester, I guess. You know, I was hearing a song. I don't know if I'm immature. I don't have my phone here. I'm not going to leave the camera view. Yeah, Joe. Uh, some guy, I'm not going to reveal their names, but Billy and Bobby, um, they went up there. They got mugged and they got stripped of their clothing and their phone and everything. They went up to score drugs right off of Broad Street, and I get a call from a collect call somehow. Joe, come to Rochester. We got mugged and robbed by these gangs. We're in our underwear. We're in our underwear. Oh gosh. Wow. Mm. Yeah, I had I knew a Jamaican that I thought was cool on the west side of Buffalo. I had gone to school with him, business school, and his name was Julius Long. I don't really like to say names, but after that, on the west side, he said, my name's Kali Raj now. I mean, what? Now you got a Rasta accent? All of a sudden you got a Rasta accent, bro? That I'm gonna tell that story tomorrow or the day. Hey, Marta Fowler, happy Easter to you. Mm. So yeah, this is my sixth chance at life. uh the flagpole downtown near the flagpole on Liberty. Good to have you guys in here. Well, I'm glad you're doing better, buy stocks. Yeah. Yeah. I knew the crooked cops. Well, uh, I had I had an illegal search and seizure from these goofballs, Batman and Robin. They were robbing all the drug dealers, and they were keeping the drugs. And uh, there was a Puerto Rican that was going crazy in the street in his underwear. Chupa, he was on some psychedelic stuff, but he got arrested for a big quantity of drugs, and this Batman and Robin did it, and that was the one of the cases that these detectives got exploited on. I had a large quantity of drugs, but when I got charged, it wasn't for that large quantity. Now, I'm not complaining or anything, but right then and there, I knew, and I lived over a police officer that was cool, and I asked him about these, and he said they're bad. They finally got kicked off the force and everything else. But I says, I'm going away. I mean, I'm not going away, but but then everything was thrown out because it was an illegal search and seizure. It was an illegal search and seizure. So they were running around, shaking everybody down, keeping all the drugs. They were seizing money, but I don't know if they used to call his name was Bonanno, and they used to call him Chupa Pipi. I don't know what that means. I know Spanish, but I don't know what Chupa. I hope it's not a swear word, but you know, they he went nuts out there. I don't know what it was out of his character, and he was wheeling a gun, and he, I tell you, I could write 5 movies and 10 books. I can write. I wrote one book, but there's 6 movies in it. Perhaps in another life. So yeah, I don't know. Thanks for coming in and joining me, Big Sal Crook and Buy Stocks and Ivan Lore and Marta Fowler, Joe Ruffino. Yeah. Billy and Bobby Veen, they got stripped naked up there. They had to call. What? Then their father calls me. What's going on with it? I don't know. They got mugged. What were they doing up there? Well, you know what they were doing up there. That's all. I got a proposition for John A. Light. I'm gonna message him. He messaged me before. I got a concept. I got a concept, a media concept that would go blow everything out of the water. I have a media concept that I can't even disclose because I got to keep it on the hush until you sign somewhere and say, okay, this is the idea, blah, blah, blah. This way nobody can rob it. So happy Easter to everybody here, or whatever religion you are. Happy days, happy spiritual life, everything. Um, yeah, we're rising up. We're getting there. We're getting there. So thank you, James McCarthy, for your support earlier. I could really use it, and thank you, the New York Jets 15. I really appreciate it. And DC White Boy, thank you for the past support. Mm. Ah, yeah, all right, Ivan Lore. You know how we do it. Caffeine, nicotine, a good story. You know what I mean. Uh, that's how we do it over here. So, yeah, this guy tells me Portland. You were rolling up around Portland? Uh, Hudson up there? Mm, wow. I was over. I was in every nook and every nook and cranny of that city, chasing down the dealers. They were moving around. Wow. Mm. Under the bridge I lost. I gave my life away. Yeah, 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 yeah. Chasing them drugs, man. I gave my life away like Red Hot Chili Peppers. Wow. That's why I say life's precious. Life's precious. So, you know, got to make the best of it. I get crazy on here sometimes. I'm unstable. I get frustrated, but, we're only human. What are you going to do? We're only human. Yeah. I used to work at Darien Lake in the accounting years ago. I was actually a human being. Some part of my life, I actually participated in the human race. I actually, so, and I would go backstage for the concerts that would go backstage with Metallica, um, Alice in Chains, and yeah, mm, yeah. That stress and everything beats you, but how do we escape these the negative stuff? Yeah, Maybe the old stomping ground war memorial. Holy cow. Yeah. Ozzy Osbourne. I actually had Ozzy Osbourne in my car when I was in a local mall. They come around to bebop around the mall. And I looked and I was at Ozzy, this local taxi driver that was like Weird Al Yankovic. He was waiting for him outside the mall. I said, I'll give you a ride. And he was with that guitarist that passed away, Ozzy Osbourne, and he was with some other girl that was in the car. This California Barbie doll, and I thought Ozzy Osbourne, the way you hear him sing, and he's talking, and he's got like an English accent, like, oh, let's have some tea and crumpets. I like, what the hell, from Crazy Train to with this English accent. I'm going, what the heck is this? Yeah. And then I was riding all over because I had them in my car, and they were like, the hotel's closer than that. I was riding all over the place just to extend the time with them. And the dude in the back was like, take us to the hotel right now. Black and Blue concert. You guys know you guys are on top of everything. A lot of bands came through there. A lot of bands. Uh oh gosh, what the heck was, God rest Lane Staley. Poor Lane Staley, man. These drugs, you see this heroin, man. This heroin. Kurt Cobain, the guy from Soundgarden. Man, it's tough with these drugs. But yeah, uh there were some other names. I can't think. There was a lot of concerts going through there, and I went right backstage. Because we'd have to go into the accounting and reconcile the money, all the receipts from all the areas of the park, and it was a nice. Chris Cornell, yeah, wow, what what a name. I mean, what a singer. All of our fallen rockers, yeah, yeah. God bless them guys. Boy, what talent. When that grunge hit, Stone Temple Pilots too. Oh man. And that lead singer, he was withering away on drugs too. Pearl Jam, that guy kept it together. That lead singer from Pearl Jam kept it together. The Good Rats concert, STP, yeah. There was a Scott Weiland. Wow. Yeah, man. There was some yeah, Eddie Vedder. And get Ivan Lore's an encyclopedia. Holy cow. Yeah, I had I can't remember the guy, the group. They still got songs out today, and my sister was a fan of them, and it was her birthday, or it was her friend's birthday, and I had told him, call. I'll put do my sister a favor, and, I can't think of the guy, but It wasn't who was that guy? Sap. I can't remember who the heck it was. Sap. Scott Sapp or something. Scott. Can't remember. Got brain damage. Many moons ago. Big J Biz comes into the house. We're talking a little music over here. Scott Stapp. So, yeah. Those were the days. Yeah, that was Six Flags Darien Lake. They got a lot of good names. A lot of good names. I just watched Foreigner and Loverboy last summer. He sounded pretty good though. Foreigner back years ago. Yeah. Creed. Yeah. I was trying to get there before you, Mr. Laura. I was trying to get there before you. All right. So we're just hanging out for a little while. Chopping it up, as some would say. I tell you, yeah, there were a lot of the Christian based, but great, yeah, all good melodies. Yeah. And he was struggling that he was struggling in his car. He had problems, religious background, struggling with his father, and he was struggling with life and put himself homeless. And then he fought back. He fought back. He fought back from zero. From zero. So, hey, you guys, I don't usually tout other channels. There's this black dude, Cartoon 53. The YouTube channel is Cartoon 53. He tells some crazy prison stories. Crazy prison stories. And he does it like me, but he's maybe got 75,000 subscribers. And he's got some cool prison stories. Cool dude. Big, huge black dude. I think he was a Crip or something. Yeah, he struggled, you know. Big J Biz, who is awesome? You're talking about Cartoon 53 or Scott Stapps? Scott Stapp. uh, yeah. Oh, you watch cartoon, all right. Yeah, he does it like me. He sits down, boom, 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 but he's got an introduction. But those prison stories, fascinating. There are always wise guys coming in and out of prison, and they more or less, things are changed today. I'm going back years ago, and they did their own thing. It wasn't like, you know, people gravitate to certain groups, and I mean, and they would just talk about, yeah, ZZ Top and Tina Turner. Yeah. A good story, hey, just a good story is a good story, whether somebody tells it from a cave or from a Hollywood studio. Thank you. That's my philosophy, because we do it with the least amount of resources here, but I'm still confident. You know that, folks. You know that. Someday I'll say, remember back when in 2024? Remember back in 2024 when I was telling that whatever I was saying? Remember? Well, see, I didn't give up. You see, I'm putting this out on the matrix. I'm telling you, I'll be saying, remember back from 2022 to 2024, and remember, oh, come on, I'm trying to get to 100 subs. I'm trying to get to 500 subs. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. Excuse me. I think, analytically speaking, my good friends, analytically speaking, when it comes to YouTube, my guess is when you get more subscribers, it's easier to get more. But I've been stuck on 915 now for 4 days. But I think then it turns up again. They turn the machine on again, and then it revs up. This is, I won't mention whose last name rhymes with Franchisi. Interviewed the leader of the Hells Angels. They had some cool stories. Yeah. I had a good friend of mine that got incarcerated out west, and he joined the Aryan Brotherhood, and there was a death, and he came home, and Italians or anybody and blacks or whatever are supposed to be, you know, the enemy. I don't know how it works, but he come back, and we had to spend the night together. So we were outside at a campfire, and I'm going, am I supposed to be your enemy? Because I used to write him in prison. I used to write to him, and he was appreciative of it. And he was like, no, you got it all wrong, you know. You got it all wrong about, we just do this. We love our, he was like, we just love our group, and we just ain't down with the other groups. They could fight or whatever, but it's not like they were supposed to be a hate group, you know, which I thought. But he was trying to explain the philosophy of it all is just like, well, you know, and he's like, if you don't, it's hard to be a lone ranger in a maximum security prison. It's hard to be a lone ranger. You're gonna have to affiliate or gravitate to some type of group. But he said there were just some guys that didn't affiliate with a certain gang or group, and they had to fight or whatever just to get the respect to say, hey, just leave Jimmy alone over there. He does his own thing. We ain't trying to recruit him, because you got people doing life in there. You got people doing life sentences. They just don't care. What are they going to give you? Another life sentence? So some of them guys, they don't affiliate with other groups. They're doing life, and they're just like, someone comes around me, I'm going for the throat. They're fighting for the death. So they don't care about getting anything added onto their sentence. A lot of guys sometimes guys go into these maximum prisons with maybe a 5-year sentence. They end up stretching it out to life. It's, you know. Oh, yeah, Kimmy. I knew a biker guy that got to be I knew him growing up. He wasn't a biker guy then, but he was a pretty colorful guy. And I actually saw him at an outdoor concert, and he had all the you know, and he was about 4 feet from me, and I'm checking things out, and now some people that call me JoJo, it's a little bit more intimate, like they know me as JoJo, not Joe. So I'm watching, and I hear, hey, JoJo, you ugly MF or something like that. And I'm looking over, and it's this Jim S. and he's all big with the patch of tattoo, all this long hair. And I'm looking and I'm like, uh, where do I know you from? He's like, it's me, Jim S. I was like, well, you morphed into quite a interesting individual, and everything. And he was asking me how my brothers were doing and everything, and I was like, holy cow, they were moving mushrooms, amongst other things. But they take that motorcycle life serious. Well, legend has it, everything's allegedly, but uh there was a couple, not Hell's Angels or the other big biker names, whatever they are, but New York State had some biker gangs back in the day. Now there's good biker gangs like that are just good community bikers that do good things, because motorcyclists and bikers usually get a bad rap. But you know, yeah, I want to go down to Clearwater too someday. Somebody put me up. You know I'm on a strict budget here. Kimmy, what the heck? Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. Or Kimmy, thank you. You made my night, not monetarily, but hey, we all need somebody to talk to once in a while. You know, like John Lennon. This ain't the way the world was supposed to be. This was not the way the world is supposed to, planet Earth is supposed to be. No, this is not the way it is supposed to be. Thank you, Kimmy. I appreciate that. And I can use it. I'm not some wealthy old gangster that's got money buried and everything else. No, I'm not. So if you donate here, it goes to, and I'm not gambling either. I'm not gambling. I'm barred. I'm barred from all these New York State. You know the story. I got barred. They barred me unfoundedly, but that's all right. Screw those places. Screw them. Anyways, them dumps. Thank you, Kimmy. I appreciate your support. So where were we here? Yeah, words are powerful, Kimmy. And I always look at that picture. I'm trying to figure out if it's a man or a woman, and then it's a dog. It's a dog. Jeez. But I had a fifth chance at life, and I got to put in some good words. I'd like to think I'm a good storyteller. I got some good stories coming up. We hang out. Yeah. Ivan Lore, you couldn't tell either. I'm looking, what the heck is that? From afar, it looks like a dog with motorcycle goggles on. Oh, sorry about that. Bella Love, yeah. Me too, Ivan. I thought that, and add the freaking motorcycle goggles. For crying out loud. Mm. Yeah. We're just going to keep rocking on. Hey, random person. Hey, Uncle Joe, it's a good night out here for a cup of coffee. Maybe some hot chocolate. Thank you. Yeah, channel's going good, honey. I love you. God is good. Thank you. Now I'm under the gun. I got some very VIP people in here. I better make sure I'm entertaining. Oh, don't change it, Kimmy. Leave it on there. Okay. You know what? Does a title make the book, or does a book make the title? Okay. We got a random person in here. So, you know, I got a book. They Dead Missed. What a goofy name. Look at there's Uncle Joe. When I was a little boy. They dead missed. If it was a number one seller, then it'd be like, wow, they dead missed. So, like, Stephen King had the Tommy Knockers. So, if it was a flop, they would be like, Tommy Knockers. But the content made the title. So, the content makes the title. Because the Tommy Knockers, that's how I think. You know. Right before that, look at Uncle Joe Hayes. Right after that, hospital for a year, pneumonia. Right after that, honey, hospital for a year. First time I saw angels, actually. Right after that, that's Watson Street. Right after that, honey, boom. Cold rags, naked. They're putting cold rags on you all day long. I want my mommy. I want my mommy. What's going on here? I want my mommy. Yeah. You know, my mom passed away in 2009 of cancer. Raised us 5 kids alone and did a great job. Did a great job. So that's why every day was Mother's Day. That's why I did the Mother's Day video, because when you're in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, you know, you still have your mother or father. My mother raised all 5 kids totally the whole time by herself. But every day you have your mother in a good, if it's a fractured relationship, amend it. Because every day you have your mother on planet Earth, it's Mother's Day. We don't need to be reminded by holidays and events and occasions. No, every day. And I made sure my mother knew. I was a mama's boy, and I'm proud to say it. Random person knows. Random person knows. And I did my best to help random person. So, yeah. But whatever we have to go through, good or bad, we have to be strong and realize all that we can be. You know, makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. So you get it all here, folks. You get it all here. We got Pearl Jam, Stone Temple Pilots. We got a smorgasbord here. And I'm going to get 100,000 subscribers. And it's like cake. Once I'm in that algorithm, because I'm just going to keep pumping story after story after story. And I believe I'm the best talk show host on YouTube. Not that I believe it. I believe I'm the best talk show entertainer on planet Earth. Why not believe it? I believe I am. I'll wait for the numbers to catch up. That's all. You guys are seeing me first in my infancy. Yeah. Yes, honey, I've been brokenhearted so many times. I'm actually brokenhearted right now trying to hang out with you guys with therapy because Carl D just passed away unexpectedly last week. We're supposed to go do something, you know? Thank you, Ivan Lord, for your support. Of course, I've been brokenhearted. Loved ones passed away, brokenhearted. But when Mom passed away, it was different. Like, I was a mama's boy, but we were connected so tight that the connection didn't end just because the physical aspect of our relationship ended. because I know she's with me. So it's kind of weird like that, honey. So, you know, but yeah, I've been brokenhearted. Uh, like, as far as women go, you know, I mean, not that I'm a cold, callous person, but I didn't let it affect me that much. I was confident. Mom made me believe that we were royal and we were the best and stay strong, and that's life. So I, not that I'm cold and callous, honey, and but I could process it a lot easier because I was a lot younger and I looked a lot better and I had more options back then. I had more options. So on speed dial. Nah, I'm just kidding, honey. I'm just kidding. But, you know, younger and all that. But I was in 2 long relationships, you know. D was a great woman. D, if you're watching this, you know you're the greatest woman that I wasn't good enough to be her boyfriend. She's just a queen, proper woman. I I couldn't. I didn't run around. I wasn't no guy running around trying to bed up women and all that. But D was a true blue marriage material. She was too good. I was smart enough to know she was just too good for me. And she's the angel that saved my life making those phone calls when I was dead on the floor. So that is the person that had my heart more than anybody on planet Earth. DW. So come on, tell them to come in and join the fracas. So see, you're younger, Haishna, and you go through this. I feel still very protective of you. Still very protective. Like, you know, like with my daughter and her boyfriends in high school. I used to, well, we won't. I used to just think, boy, if I find out anything, but she was strong enough she wasn't a pushover. So, that's an odd question. Have I ever been brokenhearted? I'm not cold and callous. I've been brokenhearted over grandma and grandpa passing, mom passing, Uncle Joe passing, my close friends. All my close friends passed before their time. Before their time. Jeez. And I'm 60, but years ago, Beef and Billy, they went young. Steve M, he went young. Charlie G, he went young. And they all went young. My best friends. I had friends with those gangsters and guys, but it didn't affect me when maybe some of them passed away. It didn't affect me like that. A little bit because I got close to a couple of them guys, but it was a different type of grief than the love grief. Love, when you're grieving from the love aspect, then it's tough. But I'm a spiritualist too. And I look at it a little different also from a spiritual side, that it's not the end of our relationship with our loved ones. So that's that. Kimmy says the love of my life ended up poisoning me. Got out before he collected the insurance he took out privately. What the heck? Holy cow. When are you going to write your book, Kimmy? Holy jeez. Heesh. Ah. Hey, Shna. I always keep stuff right to the heart, baby. You know that. I'm a sentimental guy. In a couple of years, I'm going to move down there, and that's that. Kimmy, you're fam. You know that. All you good people are fam. Come in and hang out with me when you don't have to. And hey, you know, that's all. That's all there is to it. When I end up selling 100,000 books and I got 200,000 subscribers and I'm making money from being monetized, I don't forget anybody. I don't forget anybody. I'll go back and look through all these videos and see boom, 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 and I'll contact and say, call me at this number. Boom, 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 boom. That's how my mind works. That's all. Because life's short. Enjoy. I did a YouTube channel because I'm a sociable guy. It was an experiment. Some people are like, Jojo, you're not gonna get 50 subscribers. You know. That's all right. Just share, like, subscribe, and everything. I know I went a little nuts the other day about I started insulting a little bit. I got a little crazy, you know, and I started complaining a little that I didn't get donations or support and all that. Please forgive me. I got a little derailed, you know, but I apologize. Don't take it personally, Kimmy. Don't. You know, I need a little therapy once in a while too, okay? On the Matrix, I get discombobulated too. So, no. I call you a queen every video, Kimmy, so don't take it personal. Yeah. So, I don't want to be an ingrate like that. And then you go, oh, he's just greedy. He wants freaking donations. No, I didn't ask for donations to 411 videos. 411 videos eating bologna sandwiches. No. Let me stop, my good people. Let me stop. That's all. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? My niche on this channel is I interact with the people. And when I was getting nuts that day, I says, Ivan Lore. And I was getting nuts like that. And I felt bad about that, you know, because sometimes I don't know. When these other channels, because if they want to interact, these other channels, if you want to interact with them, you got to go on Patreon and pay all these amounts of money. And I think that's Bush League. I had the membership on here to go only members only videos. And I thought that, you know what, if you come in and hang out, that's good enough. Maybe my channel will get big someday. So I didn't just, you know, it's just like, thought it was a little overboard to say, well, listen, folks, you want to hear this other story? Well, join my membership uh, go become a member, and then I'll just do these members only videos. And I just thought, nah, you know what? I'm trying to build a channel, and I don't have the numbers for that. I need everybody I can get here. I need all of you. So that was a little Bush League, just to structure it like that. I'd give you guys some videos and stories that are better than Netflix. But I'm just going to go, and wherever it goes, it goes. That's all. You know. Yeah. Yeah, I do them live. I don't have the equipment and editing for that GoPro and all that. It's too much. I don't have tech help and all that. It's just, Kimmy, I like them fried bologna sandwiches when I was coming up. I ain't got nothing against bologna or oval spiced ham. I got nothing against it. So, yeah, I'm very grateful, even though I went a little crazy, and I don't want to be an ingrate for the people that rose my channel up. And I don't want to sound like that, because there's a million channels out there that you can go watch, and you give me your time and you hit the like button. Oh yeah, my good people. I might have told you guys before, but my ratio from for views, likes to views is number one. So I'm on the right track, because when I get monetized, I think that's a good factor of when you get the ads that your people really like you. But I'm in a real high percentile of the top 1% for, the views that I do get. That ratio of likes to views is number one. So I'm onto something here. The flux capacitor, that flux capacitor, 2.96 megahertz. I'm onto something here with this formula. I'm onto something. We're going to keep rocking and rolling until we find out what it is. So, 338 kilowatts. Come on, Kimmy. So that's something that I am doing better than 99.9 of the other million channels on YouTube. We might be the kings and queens of this universe. We just might be the kings and queens of this universe. Stay tuned for future developments. We just might be. That's all. That's all. Thank you, Kimmy. So that's how we do it. Yeah, remember when that Truth Serum only had 900 subscribers? And he was hollering and rating them. He was going crazy about getting donations and everything. I thought I seen him go down the street in a Lamborghini. I don't do that just with show off with a car or anything. No, I'm beyond all that. Beyond all that, to show off, be a wealthy person and be a show off. I'm already wealthy. I already view myself as the shit. Nothing needs to be added here. Forgive me. That's all. We don't need these. Yeah, good riding car. My car has engine troubles right now with that engine light and everything else. Yeah, comfort would be nice. A nice house. Yeah, those come in handy and everything. Of course, we want some of that, but it doesn't diminish from the fact that you already are within yourself the best royalty that you can be. God doesn't make mistakes. All right? The Creator doesn't make mistakes. We already are full of our true essence. I should be getting paid for this stuff, you guys. I have got paid the last couple videos. Thank you, folks. Thank you. So, God doesn't produce garbage, all right? The Creator doesn't produce garbage. The world and the demons that God says, go ahead, see who you can get. Let these demons rock and roll. Yeah, see who you can get. See who you can mess with. He gives them dominion. Let's see who you could get, Lucifer. But my people will know who they are and what they're from. And that's why I have to share that information with you folks. You know? Thank you, Ivan Lore. Don't sweat it, buddy. Don't sweat it. That's cool, bro. So I try to share that. Let's don't get off track about what we really are and what our potential is. We are already royalty. We have to get ourselves to realize it and live it literally. And there are no roadblocks. There are no dark clouds. There's only bright skies. There's no dark. What are you going to look at a dark cloud for when there's a bright sunny sky over there? If it's partly cloudy, it's partly sunny. So we got to, and if you're young, realize these things. Live it in your mind literally. You can control these forces of the universe in your favor. You can manipulate this matrix. You can manipulate it into your favor. This right here is an experiment. And I'm getting to the matrix. I'm utilizing the matrix. You can't snap your fingers like a magic wand, but if you stay in the game and you stay steadfast and you stay focused, you'll get that promotion. You'll get that spouse that's a good spouse to you. You'll get that good thinking mind and everything else. You'll get there. You'll get there. I can do this channel with no tech and everything. I will have 100,000 subscribers because even if I had high tech and everything else and editing, I'd still have the same numbers. Because I can't get any better than I am. See, understand? It's not egotistical, pompous thinking, but I literally believe that we are royalty. Let's catch up to it. All right. Hey, Michael Amari. Saturday night. I'm going to do these on Saturday nights. Even if I do one earlier, this is fulfilling to me. This is fulfilling. You know? So stay on track. Stay focused. Yeah, we got to get our minds together. You guys are good enough to come in and join me. I'm not the end-all knowledge on everything. I'm well-versed and studied in many fields of knowledge and everything else. Life, books, street smart, book smart, been dead, been on the other side. Very interesting life. You wonder why I get nuts? Because you try to figure this out. Why me? Why me? Why me? Now I have to hold up my end of the bargain. I did this experiment because I can't do all mafia videos because I was given a 5th chance at life. And it's like, you better start sharing some wisdom, Joe, and try to raise some people up with this experiment. Because I had to do this not for YouTube reasons and monetary reasons. I had to do this for spiritual reasons because of my communication skills. And I'm the best at it. And I'm the best. I'm better than any speaker on YouTube. Network, I'm the best. I'm confident. Why shouldn't I be? Whatever you're doing, you should believe that you're the best in it. And if you're not the best, you can't even lose anyways. If you still believe it, that's good. That's good spiritual and mental health. And if you stumble, who cares? Get back up and rock. Get back up and rock and roll. You know? My family, you know, Haitian, I was on life support forever. I was on life support. I'm supposed to be brain dead. The New England Journal of Medicine. I'm supposed to be a zombie in an infirmary. Why was I a miracle? To get up here and talk about mafia stories and negative stuff and try to get numbers? No, I'm going to tell interesting stories, but I'm always going to try to inspire and motivate people because I have to do it because of the spiritual realm. I have to do that. I have to do that. And my mom brung up a good boy that I would do it anyways. Joe Garcia. Yeah. So, you know, I was brung up that way. Yes, spiritually and everything, but, you know, my mom nurtured me the right way to like have love and compassion. So I would have done it anyways because I'm a sociable guy and life is short. So let's get it in. Let's get it in. I'm going to a funeral Monday for my best friend just died like that, you know. So, you know, that's tough. That's tough. So, you know, you got loved ones. Tell them you love them, even if they know you love them. Hey, thank you, Mr. Garcia. Well, Joe, he or she knows I love them. They might like to hear it, even if they know. Okay? They like the words. The words are powerful. Words. In the beginning, there was the word. And in that word, there was life or death. I'm a joker. I'm a smoker. I'm a midnight bloker. Get my music on the run. Yeah. And, you know, I did relationship counseling once upon a time in a faraway land, 843 years ago. And a lot of times people think that if you don't have a spouse, that there's a deficit in you, like you need somebody to complete you and everything. Now, I'm not saying there's great relationships and all that and true love and beautiful, healthy love. But for the people that aren't in relationships with spouses, and then they think they're less because their friends are in relationships and they feel left out. And, oh, geez, I'm less of a man or a woman because I don't have a spouse with me. Don't trip on that stuff. Don't trip on that stuff and that codependency and all that. Yeah, Kimmy, don't trip on that because your default thinking is that we are royal. We're not taught that in elementary school. We're not taught that in the academic world. That stuff was all lost with the Dead Sea Scrolls, the true words of spirituality and the writings of all the spiritual leaders. That was suppressed from the Bible. Okay? To let you know and inform you who we really are, where we are from, and what we are capable of doing. That was suppressed. The Roman Empire just wanted to go around the world and say, you're all going to be slave workers. And guess what? 95 of this population, thousands of years later, are still with the mindset of slave workers. You get it all here, folks. You get it all here. You get it all here. This video went long. I'm about to lose my power. All right, folks. Thank you for the great show. Thank you for that donation. Haitiana, I love you. Give everybody my love. I love all you guys. Be the royal DNA. We are the kings and queens of the world. Don't give up. Let the world catch up to it. Don't trip on naysayers and negative people. Don't trip like that. You guys got to experiment with your mind and reality. You got to experiment and be confident. All right. Oh, thank you, man. Earth is flat. Thank you, Kimmy. I appreciate it. So God bless you all. I'll be back. I miss you guys. This is my second video of the day. Stay strong, all right? Stay strong. And we're all going to get there together because I'm going to get it all someday. And I'm going to invite all of you. We're going to rock and roll. Listen to some old time music too. And I believe it. Thank you. And be the kings and queens that you were born to be. Universe bless you.